Hey everyone, let's deploy the strategy and understand how to forward test it. First, click on Deploy and select Paper Trade. This allows you to test the strategy without using any real capital. Now, once a strategy is deployed, it usually takes a few days, sometimes up to a week, to generate meaningful data. So for this demo, we'll use an example of a strategy that has already been running for a few days. Now, let's go a step deeper and understand how to analyze and improve the strategy. The first thing to focus on is consistency. Don't just look at profits. Look at how stable the returns are. If you notice long, flat periods or sudden sharp drops, that's something you should pay attention to. Next, look at the drawdown. Ask yourself, are you comfortable with the level of drawdown? And more importantly, can you handle the recovery time? For example, if a strategy takes 70 to 80 days to recover, you need to be mentally prepared for that phase. Now, moving to day-wise performance, you might notice that certain days, like Mondays, tend to underperform. This is actually a very useful insight. You can experiment by skipping those days and see how the performance changes. This approach is called filtering, and it's one of the simplest ways to optimize a strategy. You can also experiment with a few key parameters. Try changing the strike selection. For example, using OTM2 or OTM4 instead of OTM3. You can adjust trailing stop-loss values, modify the entry time, maybe 10-15 instead of 10, or even skip consistently weak days. Small changes like these can have a meaningful impact on performance. But at the same time, there's one important thing to keep in mind. Avoid over-optimization. If you keep tweaking the strategy too much based on past data, it might stop performing well in the future. So the goal is simple. Find a balance between performance and robustness. At this stage, don't just copy the strategy. Try to understand it, modify it, and gradually make it your own. Because now you have a complete framework, from understanding a concept, to building a strategy, to testing it, and then improving it. If you found this helpful, feel free to share your feedback or suggest topics you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, where we'll build another strategy and understand leg-wise stop loss, target, and trailing logic in more detail.